I can explain. Life has an interesting way of letting you know how puny and minuscule you are. What's important is how you respond. Whether you like it or not, you can't question certain things. Have it sculpt you into something better than you were previously. It's easy to not succumb to changes. It's uncomfortable. Purposely to see if you about it. We about to see if I am. Why so, you may ask? I tore my Achilles. You are probably wondering, how in the world did I manage to do this to myself? I do karate if you didn't know. I was training for this tournament that was actually on 420, believe it or not. And at practice, I was performing knee strikes to this pad someone was holding. As I was moving fast and powerful with each strike, the impact from my foot landing created a lot of velocity from the impact to the ground whenever my foot pressed the floor, causing my Achilles to snap. It felt like someone kicked the bottom of my foot, but it didn't start to feel like anything serious until about 5 to 8 seconds. And during that time, I was looking behind me to see who in the world just kicked me. But everyone in the room was just looking at me like I was crazy. And so that's when I realized, oh, no, this was a non-contact situation and it was something serious. We could just sit here in our feelings all day. How easy it would be to just give up. I can't. But life don't stop. So we adapt. So what now? Life without full ability, especially being on crutches, you must think smart. Items need to be in arm's length so that you don't have to move up and down so frequently whenever you forget something. Having to use your crutches to get something is exhausting and gets old very quickly. To my left I have a candle. It uplifts me. It's the little things. Currently reading 2 books, probably should stick with 1 to be honest. Laptop and phone is a must, even though I've been reading more than scrolling lately. Let's see how long that lasts. To the far left of me we got the real essentials. What's a laptop and phone without its chargers? Electronics needs food too. Your speaker is as useful as a candle. You just can't smell what you're listening to. You have my planner along with the journal. I'm a physical over digital guy. I enjoy writing, especially now since I've been going through it. What's sitting on your ass without the TV, right? Movies and YouTube is all I need in this life of sin. I have learned very quickly on how to make life easier for myself in this situation. To make sure that I don't continuously go back and forth, I started to just grab everything that I needed to decrease the amount of trips, put everything in one hand, or using your chin as a backpack. I wouldn't do that if I were you, so I would recommend trying to be a little bit strategic with this, so that you are not dropping everything. I got smarter and I used my bag to store all my essentials inside of it, just to make life easier so I can really make one trip and still be able to use my crutches and not have everything fall flat on the floor and we have to go back and pick it up, and even just doing that is a struggle in itself. My leg be ready to give out when I have to take a piss, so I have to lean on one side of the crutch to give that right leg some rest. I recommend a scooter for those in this situation. You know I recommend a scooter just period. See, like in this part of the video right here, a scooter would have just did your brother good. So this section right here, I should just call it reasons to have a scooter. Because right now, using these crutches, using this one leg and stressing it out, it is not it. You can finesse it with the crutches, but if you just want to make everything smooth, your leg isn't feeling like it literally has your whole body weight on you, which it does technically, and balancing, get a scooter. One thing that I really forgot to mention, if I was not athletic or had any type of stabilization in my legs at all whatsoever, I really would be in a struggle. No way would I have been able to get this far if I was not in shape or athletic, or had really good functionality with my legs. Because if I did not, I'd be on the floor crawling everywhere. And having that balance really made a huge difference. So that's one reason why people ask, why in the world would you want to do these balance stabilization exercises situations? It's for situations like this, to where you may get injured and you really just have to hop on one leg. So if you've never had a reason to want to work out, this is one. This whole process really just took some creativity and finesse, to be real with you. Being on one leg at the beginning phase, I was using my office chair as support, and I would just rest my leg on the stool whenever my leg got tired, because it wasn't used to this extreme amount of usage. Sometimes I had to use the office chair just to move myself around the whole apartment. It just took that type of creativity just to stay productive and get things done. If there's a will, there's a way. I have no time to sit here and pout because one, it could be worse. I have the tools to improvise. It may not be pretty, but gets the job done. In this situation, I would recommend having help. It's safer, but there are times when you really only have yourself to rely on. Like I was saying earlier, life keeps going, so you have to use the cards you were dealt and make the most out of it.
So when we squeeze, this foot wiggles. When we squeeze, this foot does not move. You can see the tendon. We cannot see the tendon here. Foot is pointing up in the air. The other foot is pointing down, which means that this tendon is now long. This tendon is shorter than this tendon. That's why your feet are not at the same level. So sit up.